Welcome to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. My name is John.
And I'm Kim.
And we thank you for stopping by on a Thursday night, which is our weekend entertainment
where we tell
update.
you what to do.
Not that you'll listen.
Yes.
Right? You'll probably listen.
We try to give you advice as to what
you'll probably listen as well as I do.
Yes, probably. I'm trying. After 13 years, I've been trying. There's actually lots to do this weekend, but how about we start off the evening with just some local news?
A little bit of hard news, right?
Sure. Well, local news, I guess.
Local
hard
news, yeah.
Nothing bad happened today, right? There's no accidents or anything.
No,
nothing serious. No fires.
Yeah, nothing major. If you count
a couple quarter acre vegetation.
Maybe not even that.
Yes, and then both of those. The cause is undetermined. There was a small fire in Murphy's on Parents Ferry, just like a small spot fire on the roadside, and then another one in Angels Camp on Deer Creek, I believe it was, road. Little tiny
fairly
things.
Small ones.
Yes, so small we didn't even know about them. Right.
Those are the ones you like. The only reason you know they exist is
you don't want to worry people with these tiny little spot fires because it's people will probably tend to panic, and we don't like to scare people.
So if it's something that's like not going anywhere, we'll try not to.
Yes, we'll try not to talk too much about it. We don't want to scare people. Yeah. All right. So we had a couple of meetings we went to today.
We did.
One of them was over in Tuolumne County,
and we were invited to a presentation or a press conference for a grant program that the Tuolumne County CHP office got.
Yes.
And this will be what they got. And basically, they got a grant that will work on enforcement. This is one of the things I didn't really know. I knew it was bad over there, but I guess the Tuolumne County has more deaths per mile than most jurisdictions.
Okay.
They
were saying more than Mariposa and more than Calaveras County.
Yes, correct? Significantly higher than our county, Calaveras County, or even the other adjacent on the other side of Mariposa.
Okay.
And what they're looking at is a grant to basically put more officers on the road that are specifically as a deterrent. So they're going to be more, just traffic enforcement. The grant they received, they will get enough funding, and this is a federal grant, for 1,000 hours of officer time, 200 hours of sergeant time, plus some additional funding for PSAs, different things like that for outreach. The program officially started June 1st, and it's called Arrive Alive.
Yes.
Arrive Alive.
49 and 108, right?
That's right. What's that?
It says 120, 49, and 108.
Yeah, the intersection there. So let's look a little bit of a piece here.
CHP Officer Tom Wills and CHP Commander Mike Ayala. How do you say that?
Ayala.
Ayala.
And he is speaking right here. This is...
project that encompasses State Route 120, the Stanislaus County line, up basically east, if you would, all the way up to the turnoff to Pinecrest Dodge Ridge. From our estimation, it's about 59 miles.
59-mile stretch of Highway 108. And this was taken in front of the Jamestown CHP office.
So a very long segment, and I'd like to give credit, I forget where he went, he's taking pictures. Steve Lample actually put this grant project together with headquarters out of Sacramento, and after, I think I've been here 9 years, and this is our 4th or 5th attempt, we were actually successful on this attempt. And so it's a big kudos to the area, to our staff, and to a lot of you that are involved in the community. Some of those that have been invited are the Board of Supervisors, people that have been asked to be part of the task force and to be part of this kickoff event are Troop Kessel with the Tuolumne County Transportation Council.
Anyway.
Dick Plan Supervisor, District
So did they say how much the grant was for?
It ended up being 200 and some thousand.
Okay, that's great.
And that was and this is a pretty cool program. But I guess on the downside of that, if you want to speed or want to drive recklessly, don't do it there.
You don't do it there because they're going to have lots of extra law enforcement, right?
And because some of the enforcement personnel that they were talking about would be specifically at enforcement or deterrent Typically, they wouldn't have to go on routine traffic calls or accident calls. They're going to be specifically for enforcement.
There's a mosquito in here.
A mosquito.
See it fluttering around.
So if you see us doing like this, we have a mosquito.
We didn't want to get West Nile
So
virus, right?
should we do Kung Fu Mosquito?
Hey, I just saw
You just saw Kung Fu Panda.
You know what?
What'd you think?
That was a good movie. I was pleasant. I always,
Really?
Sometimes it gets old going to see those kids' movies after a while.
Yeah.
I like to go see maybe like at least a PG-13 or R. But you know what?
Kim likes the R-rated movies.
No, it was good. It was very good. Yes, it was very good. I would actually see it again if you wanted to go see it.
Really?
Yes.
So
I took our 5-year-old, because his brother was out of town having a few days with his cousins. So.
Right. So Kung Fu Panda gets a thumbs up.
Yes.
Okay. And so you're not Siskel and Ebert. You're just.
No, but I actually who was that? Now we got there a little bit late, so I missed the first part of it. So who did
Jack Black?
Who did the movie? No, I mean who?
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks. Okay. Angelina Jolie had a part in it. Played one of the characters. The guy from.
Was she pregnant in it?
No, she was not. She was she was the one of the tiger kung fu fighters, and they also had the guy that did Knocked Up and all those movies. The one that's in all those movies. The one that did the movies with the sideburns.
So he was part of that too.
He was like the little spider or grasshopper. It was pretty good.
Was he kind of a snide?
It was pretty good actually.
It was?
Yes, it
was.
was.
Pleasantly surprised.
I highly recommend it. I dread those cartoons, but. And you know what? I was upset the popcorn machine was broken. That was my biggest disappointment.
That was the biggest disappointment.
Yes.
The popcorn machine.
I guess I'm going to have to leave
broken.
then if the popcorn machine is broken. So that is my splurge. I love buttered popcorn.
You like popcorn?
When's the last time you went to a movie and didn't actually have popcorn?
We
never do. We don't. We have to have. We're like the total big bucket, giant soda.
We are?
Yes, we are. So.
And also, I know we mentioned this last night, but what we want to say is we finished up the graduation video.
Mm-hmm.
At first, we had a lower res version posted, which we do have still up there for Calaveras High School. But we also posted a nice 700K high-res version, so you can go full screen, sit back,
watch it on TV.
Watch those graduates just roll down there, and we were pretty happy because they were supposed to. We might as well make a complaint because we stopped by the school the day before. We talked to principal, and they were going to have the PA booth open for us, so we could actually get up on top of the PA booth and shoot it. Mm-hmm. So we get there. Strolling in, PA booth is padlocked still. Okay. So they
forgot about you then?
They did. So I actually had to go to some people that were standing underneath the PA booth up by a pole and pleaded and begged. And I said, if I hug this pole, will you let me stand here? They said, if you are one with the pole.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, so they were...
So you hugged the pole all night?
They did, and they says, okay, where are your credentials? Why are you standing here?
Did you have your media pass?
I did not have my media pass. So I had to... I was really... To get this... So if you're watching these shots, know that I had to literally hug the pole for almost 2 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
John. I was like... Eh. And so every time I'd move the camera, it'd be like...
But you did a great job.
But so we were literally hugging the pole.
Instead of hugging the tree, we were.
And a lot of people ask,
hugging the pole, right?
Why do you do this? Because nobody tells us that, John, you need to go spend 2 hours videoing a graduation. You better go do it. One of the reasons.
Why do we do this, John? Please explain.
One of the reasons why we did it is that we think it's important. We think it's important because this is a milestone in the kids' graduation, and we could just shoot some highlights or do a few minutes or a few photographs and move on.
So we will do the whole darn event.
Because we think that there may be some grandparents back in Illinois or Dubuque or overseas or maybe serving in the military overseas that aren't able to be there, and we want them to be able to see that.
And also, people go to the event and they go home and watch it again.
Yeah.
If I had a child, I would. If I had a child graduating, I would.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
And we think it's important. I mean, for that reason.
This will always be on the site. You just do a search for it. All of our videos are archived.
Mm-hmm.
So every video that we've taken is on the still on the website.
Pretty much.
Yes, for the last almost 3 years.
So
right?
if you literally, we probably have, now probably, well over 2,000 hours of video. So you could spend like 3 or 4 months just watching nothing but
video that we have taken.
Starting back from 2006 and just keep watching video.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, in fact, that has me thinking here.
Oh, okay. Oh, we also now have the ever so exciting over 5 hours of Board of Supervisors meeting that took place on Tuesday.
And I have to confess, this one has a little bit of an entertainment value as well.
5 hours. So if tonight if you have nothing else to do, if you can't sleep, click on thepinetree.net, lay in bed, and watch away, right?
And there was some pretty heated discussion in this one. And this one, there was some pretty heated discussion.
So we have the full over 5 hours. The new and improved version now with the actual video, not just the story, right?
Yeah.
Now, are you going on to another video discussion, or do you want to talk about the meeting?
Go ahead.
They had this topic again tonight. Another meeting we went to tonight. The the Angels Camp Planning.
Wow, look at this. Right. We have one from
2005.
Yeah, this is where the Eagles are coming to Frogtown. Let's see. Wow.
This was actually before we actually became a full-time news.
Wow, the Eagles are coming to Frogtown. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's see here. What have we got here? Anything? Kitty Castles. Happy New Year's. 2006. Let's see. Murphy's. This is one.
Black Ice on Parrots Ferry Road.
Turkey Day. Remember that? Here we go. Visited Diestel Turkey Ranch.
That's right. This is when we just were getting started.
So we did visit.
Kind of playing around. Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we have. We'll see if that's here. Maybe. Looks like the Diestel. So this is for people are looking at how long ago. This is from. We posted this on just after the 1st of December 2005. You think anybody will care?
That was pretty fun watching those turkeys. It's funny if you move your arm or something, they all start. What's that called? What they do? Gobble.
Yeah.
So they all started gobbling at the same time.
We've been doing this a while.
Look at you.
So let's see.
Young and radiant.
This is kind of low res here. We don't have turkey. Here we go. No, I know we have sound. Oh no! Where's our turkeys?
They were so.
We don't have sound.
Why would there not be sound? That doesn't
I don't know. That doesn't. Oh, there it is. It's muted over here.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There we go. Now this is from December.
This is when we went to get our turkey for Thanksgiving. It was so funny because if you move your arm, they all start gobbling. Remember that?
Yeah. So we've been doing this. So we're still turkeys.
You look so young and radiant like that.
The turkeys?
No, you too.
That was before. That's before we sat in 5-hour board of supervisors meetings.
Hello, Mr. Turkey.
Yeah, John's talking.
Hello. How are you? Hi.
See? We're doing play-by-play still.
The turkey. We're under the Diesel Turkey Ranch, so we picked up our turkey for Thanksgiving tomorrow. Pretty impressive operation.
There we go.
Look at all the turkeys. These are all the ones.
Have people seen enough turkeys? They probably don't have.
Every Thanksgiving to get people in the mood for the.
And so people know we're truly turkeys. We'll just leave that behind us. So, yes, that was one of the first video clips we did.
One thing I forgot to mention was, on a sad note, we did have a fatality here yesterday, and it's confirmed. The gentleman's name. We wanted to wait until we got the press release, the official written press release.
Yeah, we want to be careful with these
before we announce
This is not
anything.
something that.
The gentleman's name was Lawrence Castro, age 67, of San Andreas, and he was, I guess he perished at his property in San Andreas. there on the scene, correct?
Yeah.
Due to an ATV, he was
rolled over behind him. Rolled over
so
on
our
him.
thoughts and prayers go out to the Castro family.
As our understanding, he wasn't wearing a helmet either.
He wasn't, okay.
So not that may,
No,
if that's what some of the
He probably
CHP
didn't
officers
think
said
that,
this
you're
morning.
on your private property, probably just doing some work, maybe you don't even think of stuff like that,
Yep.
really.
So
Anyway.
So we all have, now that's one thing to remember for all of us, is we all have a lot to be thankful for each day.
Yes, we do.
And in some days, it doesn't seem like it. Some days you think, but then you never know. You never know.
There was an Amber Alert issued actually today. Let me see. A 12-year-old girl was abducted in Stockton Wednesday by a 71-year-old man. So I'm assuming the Amber Alert was issued today at 12:40 p.m., correct? I don't know if they found her yet.
Yeah.
According to the state's Office of Emergency Services, an Amber Alert has been issued for Angelica Marie Wiley. She was abducted about 7 p.m. Wednesday evening, according to the alert. I don't know if they found her yet. I guess we need to do some follow-up on that.
Yeah.
So we have the information on our website on that, if you'd like to take a look at that.
And a little bit on that note, I guess a little different, but it just kind of brings me to the point, is I spent quite a few minutes today talking with Angels Camp Police Chief Dale Mendenhall, just getting a little bit of a follow-up more on the unfortunate murders last week in Angels Camp. And it looks like going forward this was not a gang-related issue.
No.
It does seem like it does seem a little Hatfield and McCoyish, because there were two families that, from all intents and purposes, just really didn't seem to like each other.
Yes,
and it was, there may have been one relative that may have tried, or making it, dating another member of the other. It's just a lot of stuff. And one of the things that's compounded this is yes, they were Mexican nationals, and it looks like at least a few of them were here illegally. That's what's coming out. And this, we may have changed this, but this is some of the details that are coming out. Because I guess to back up a little bit, where they are in the phase of the investigation right now is basically the detectives on this have been working non-stop. In fact, for the first time, I guess a couple of them are actually going to take this weekend off. And the one thing to know as well is the one suspect that is still at large, he was not one that was actively involved in the physical altercation, or if he was, it was very minor.
Very minor.
They are saying that, so in all likelihood, he would be facing lesser charges eventually than the actual murder charges. We don't know what those would be down to, but the people who had actually did the bulk of it, or the bulk of the physical altercation, they're in custody now. Those arraignments should be finished up tomorrow. They started doing the arraignments on Tuesday. A couple of those had to get continued, so they did make their appearances. Those arraignments should be finished up tomorrow. As it stands right now, before they start doing the charge dance, so to speak, of who's going to try to get their charges lowered or whatever, both the bail amounts are right at about $2 million each.
Okay.
The other little piece that he did say that everybody's being very cooperative, and so we don't know if it's just a sense of guilt for the parties involved or whatever. But because we saw when we mentioned earlier, when the man was
you were there for the one arraignment, yes,
and he was visibly choked up. And I think this is not something where it's weird, because these guys didn't look like calloused, hardened. It just looked like guys. But anyway, that one. So, in a little bit of a good note is, yes, there is still one suspect at large, but from what we understand today, that he was not one of the primary suspects in it. And the other little note is that they've had a little bit of difficulty in this case because of the not only the language barrier, but because there was a fear by some of the families that immigration was going to come through and do a raid. And he went out of his way to say that he has made contacts to INS.
Officer Mendenhall?
Yes, to INS, and they've assured him that no, they're not going to be doing raids in this area, because his case takes precedent. And he says, as a police department, they don't care whether somebody, and their thing is they're after the crime that was involved and that kind of stuff. So anyway,
okay, so we better move on to the weekend.
We're out of time.
Okay, tomorrow, Friday. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th. Did you know that?
It is, and we're talking to Bob Middleton, and he's flying to New York tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So have a safe flight, because he was like, "Oh, I'm flying on Friday the 13th."
Going for pleasure
in business to New York.
There is a monster yard sale going on tomorrow in Mountain Ranch. For some reason, I'm not able to get to the calendar on my computer. I don't know what the problem is. A monster yard sale in Mountain Ranch tomorrow. Let me see, at the Mountain Ranch Community Park, actually June 13th and 14th. For more information, call Sherry Bosch at 754-5255. I don't have the hours of that. I just have that it's both days. So I'm assuming probably 9 to 5 or whatever, something like that. Go ahead.
One little last little thing is we did go by the ATCA broadband meeting today.
Yes.
And at Ironstone. Now this is in its planning stages to where they did receive a grant to increase broadband penetration in the county. So now there was a man speaking from, when we stopped by, from Kentucky today, that was the Connect Kentucky, a program that they did that was similar like that, where they went from about 60% broadband penetration all the way up to 95% in their chosen areas. So, sorry.
We just have a lot of stuff to talk about. The Swing for Stacy golf tournament is being held tomorrow at Greenhorn Creek at 11:30. And for those of you who don't know, this is a fundraiser for Stacy Apley, a local resident of Murphy's, who is dealing with her second bout of cancer.
Yes.
They were able to successfully remove the cancer, and now she's going through treatment. Let me see. The golf tournament will be held tomorrow at Greenhorn Creek. Check-in is from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. with the shotgun start at 1 p.m. Longest drive, accurate drive, and putting contests will be at 12 p.m. Tournament will be 4-man scramble blind bogey. You can visit a website that has been set up for Stacy Apley at swingforstacy.com. They will also be having a dinner. Let me see, I guess right after the golf tournament as well.
All right.
We also have Fresh Fridays
and
back.
Typically on those, if you want to just go to the dinner, you can.
Yes,
typically on those.
It says here, please only ask for dinner tickets if you plan on attending the event.
Yeah.
Seating is very limited.
Yep.
They have a lot of sponsors, a lot of people interested in going. She's very, very well known in the community.
All right. So. And tomorrow night, Fresh Fridays returns to the Farmers Market and Angels Camp. Last week, it had to compete with First Fridays and Murphy's. This week, it'll be the main event.
We have the Ironstone concert.
A little later, so you can go to...
So you can go to the Farmers Market first. Then hunt over to Cheryl Crow. Lonely Boys at Ironstone.
Get your fresh fruits and veggies.
They have some good stuff out there.
I know.
It's good cherries.
I know.
Yes, they do.
All right.
So we also have Major Brian Schul will be speaking at the Bret Hart Theater in recognition of Flag Day. The 4 Rotary Clubs of Calaveras County proudly announced the appearance of Major Brian Schul, U.S. Air Force retiree, at 6:30 p.m. Friday, June 13th in the Bret Hart High School Theater. He was in the Air Force for 20 years as a fighter pilot. That's
severely burned in some crash, made his way back. Anyway. And the biggie, tomorrow night at Ironstone. The summer concert series kicks off with Sheryl Crow with special guest Los Lonely Boys. Doors open at 7 p.m. Show begins at 8 p.m. And this should be a big thing. Mm-hmm. This should be a pretty big event.
Yes.
And you think about it, with Sheryl Crow, the hits from her just go back over and over and over and over. Mm-hmm. And the Los Lonely Boys, they've done some very cool stuff. Okay. So this is the first big kickoff.
Yes.
So Murphy's should be filled with several thousand happy Crow fans.
Okay. And on Saturday we have the Snack Kayak Festival, which is being held at White Pines Park in White Pines. The event is from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The on-water portion is from 10:30 to 3, and lunch starts at 11:30 to 12:30. So that is going on most of the day. It's the 11th annual Snack Kayak Festival.
And also, this is is it the Lions Golf Tournament as well?
It is.
Man, this is a big one. Okay.
Pinecrest is having a fish fair also.
A fish fair?
Uh-huh.
All right, they're having
7 a.m.
We better rattle these off.
Yes,
we got like 3 minutes. Man, we have jet ski races at the Salt Springs Reservoir. Jet Effect hosts jet ski races moving from Salt Springs, which is down by Copper, all the way back up to Okay.
They have the first Young Eagles takeoff, which is this
free airplane flight. Is that?
That's for children ages 8 to 17 can experience a free airplane flight. They will have four or five more. They're doing it once a month through October. So you need to book if you're interested in going, you need to book 1 week prior to the event.
Which is you're too late.
Yeah. Visit youngeagles.org.
All right. June 14th, Sequoia Woods Country Club, the annual and ever exciting, growing by leaps and bounds, annual Arnold Lyons Golf Tournament. Call Harry Tittle for more information with 795-1655 or Sequoia Woods 795-1000 for more information on that. And they always have a lot of fun at that. The annual Golds. There we go.
Okay, and we also have the Snagfellers Hoedown Under the Stars, June 14th at the Sierra Nevada Logging Museum at 5 p.m., dinner at 6, dancing at 7. Log sawing for all ages, barbecue, drawings, and contest.
And one of the things, we talked to Jenny Kafka on this a few weeks ago. One thing she wanted to stress is this is a children's event as well. So families, you are all welcome. It's going to be held, they used to hold it at a hall, but this year they're holding it on the Logging Museum grounds, right there by the lakes. So it's a whole family event. They're going to have the hoedown, dancing.
All right.
So,
we also have a flag disposal ceremony on June 14th, 7 p.m., Jenny Lind Veterans Memorial Park. A dignified flag disposal ceremony held by the American Legion Post 102. The public is invited to drop off old flags for proper disposal between 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and they'll be having a ceremony on Saturday evening at 7 p.m.
All right, and we'll move on to Father's Day.
Yes.
Father's Day, they're going to have the Father's Day at Hotel Leger. Lunch specials in backyard by the pool or dining room. Barrel slow roasted Cornish game hens with chipotle honey citrus barbecue sauce, potato salad, corn on the cob, Ledger BBQ ribs. Sounds pretty good.
A couple fun things going on up at Bear Valley this weekend is something new that the Bear Valley had. It's not called cross country during the summer. What's it called?
Bear Valley Adventure Company.
They have Adventure Sundays, and their first Adventure Sunday is I believe starts this Sunday, just in time for Father's Day.
Yeah, and they're also going to have a Father's Day barbecue at the Bear Valley Lodge.
Yeah.
And it looks like we are just about out of time, unfortunately. So,
all right.
Man, where did that go? It's going to be hot. It's going to be warm.
Yes, it is.
Oh, we have about 15 seconds. So, and the other thing on up there at Bear Valley, the nice thing about the Bear Valley Adventure Company is, a lot of people think is...
I was going to just find it. Go ahead.
No, okay, one of the things is people don't know if your thing is if it's flat up there. In a large measure, it's high, but you have the meadows and everything else, which make it a very nice thing. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday night.
Yes,
Good night.
Thank you.